Yo, Tony D back with the mega micro review pile. It is all Marvel. We got 4 of them, man. Let's get into this. Before that, though, the intent is I try to keep it 2 minutes and below for a review on each issue. Just kind of give you the deets, just the cliff notes. It's something you may want to get into and you may not want to get into. Just the intent is to give you some help, give you a little information there, and get into this fantastic world. It's awesome. Comics are the best. So the Ultimate 16. This issue, now this has been hit and miss with me. Not a very consistent book. It's almost like a lot of filler issues. But this one right here, little bit interesting. We're introduced to this character right here. She rebellious, that's cool. But there's a reason why she is rebelling. The Ultimates have literally, they've infiltrated people's, I say infiltrated, but they have influenced people's minds. They're getting ready for the Maker. It's getting close when he's fixing to come about, and he is extremely powerful. So you have, one thing I thought was interesting were these kind of like Men in Black type guys. You can't see their face, but they come, like, if you're out of line, they come and get you, and they don't really tell you what happens, but it's probably not good. You're introduced to some of her friends. She has a mutant friend, and you get into that whole relationship of, your friends are your friends, and the development of this character as we go through this story is it's this whole theme of just be quiet, don't say anything. And it's really, I will say this issue is a little bit better than some of the past, where the writer really gives you a sense of and development of the character. Okay, it's time to speak out, it's time to say something. And, she's in conflict with her parents. Her parents don't want any part of the trouble. I can kind of get that because you love your kids and you don't want anything bad to happen. But, yeah, bang, bang, bang. So there's a lot of going back and forth, and it's really her introduction to this underground group that the Ultimates have influenced. And it's actually kind of cool with, like, the youth and the older coming together too. They have that there. American Chavez, she's helping out. It's all about the more they can unite people, the better of a chance they're going to have of combating the Maker. He's truly, in the Ultimate Universe, he's my favorite villain. And if you're not familiar, it's Reed Richards of the Fantastic Four gone evil. And he is truly evil. So you have more of the, she's gotten to the point where she's hiding people out. She thinks that's Captain America, but he's like, hey, I'm Brent Hendrick. I just fix washing machines. Levity, it's cool, but there's still a lot of conflict with her parents. And it really starts escalating to a point where you'll see here in a sec. But as far as the review goes, this was really profound. I think that was the intent of this issue, was to put an exclamation point on the true evil of this group that is in place, because bam, right there, right in front of her. And this may also be a setup for her being a pivotal character. I believe that's what's going on. I could be wrong, but yeah, even her mom, that's brutal. That's vicious. So these guys are cocky too. I kind of like how you can't really see them. It's interesting. And so she's getting text messages kind of leading her, away from the danger. And it kind of reminded me of The Matrix, the first movie, where Morpheus was given Neo messages, hey, go here, go there. That's kind of what this is like. But she runs into one of these guys, and their neighbor's like, hey, is everything okay? And you could see some of the unity, like, yeah, like, bam. She's, there's more people influenced by the Ultimates than what you think. They give her what help they can give her, but when you're in a situation like this, you're pretty vulnerable to everything. So for them to outreach like that tells you a little bit about the influence the Ultimates are having. And so she's trying to get away, and one of these guys just, I don't know if he teleports or, I don't know. It's kind of cool how mysterious they are. They're like Men in Black on steroids, you know what I mean? And this like really, that kind of shocked me right there, where it's like just, lopped her hand off. And yeah, he pretty much tells her, hey, we're going to take you in, and it's not going to be good for you. So this elderly man seems homeless. He helps her out. So there's even more of that influence of the Ultimates. Like, they do truly have, I don't know if it's an underground development of people, or just people are just sick of what's going on, and the revolution is starting. I'm down with that. This guy right here helps her out. It's almost, I do believe there's more organization in the underground than what I thought. And yeah, they get away. So we have a character here. This is why I think there's going to be more of this character. I'm trying to think who she could be like in the Ultimate universe. Like, the hand is gone. Maybe they'll come up with something, but it's a hook. You know what I'm saying? I want to come back. I want to see what's up with that character. So this issue, it wasn't too bad. There's been some past issues that I was really, like, they were flat for me. But if you're into the Ultimates, let me know. I can't wait till the Makers release. I hope that whole thing is just brutal and raw. That's my hope. We shall see. I mean, they're delivering with Ultimate Spider-Man and Ultimate Wolverine. Don't read the other Ultimate titles, but if you are, man, chime in. Maybe I should be reading them. You know what I mean? I might be missing out. X-Men Alpha of Apocalypse. Not really resonating with me. That's Jeph Loeb, too. I do love Sign DeMeo. Great artist, very clean renderings. But I don't know. These little one-shots just aren't, it's not doing it for me, man. As far as the review goes, it is a one-shot type deal, especially when they do that Alpha. The only highlight is Sabretooth, and he does have Wild Child, kind of has a child, but he keeps him on a chain. So I don't know if this is something I'm really going to get into. I mean, they're not giving me enough to hook me. You did have an introduction to Havoc is a bad guy, and spoilers, they let him have it, so they take him out. I mean, it's really flat. There's just not, the artwork stands out. I mean, if I was to recommend this, I would do it just for the artwork. But Jeph Loeb, like, this is it. But they sent Morphin as a decoy to find out what's going on with the antagonists. Because with Apocalypse gone, there's a power vacuum. So that's what we're dealing with. Sinister, he's involved. It's Sinister, and he does have Forge. I took it apart where, I will say this issue does reveal that Sinister has found out some information about this timeline where it's created another timeline called the Age of Apocalypse, but I don't know, man. It's just even the space-time continuum stuff is kind of. I was talking to Rachel at the comic shop at the very beginning of this, before the issues came out, and she's got a good ear for the people in the shop, and it's some people are, just leave it alone. It's fine. But now I'm starting to kind of lean towards that because it's just not hitting me. It may hit for somebody. That's cool. If it is, man, let me know. Sometimes hearing a different perspective can change my mind. But there is a twist spoiler where it seems like Mr. Sinister, yeah, I kind of dug that guy from the Age of Apocalypse, Holocaust. There's manipulation going on here. So you do have some of that, but it wasn't enough for me. It's not there. You have X-Man. Even that reveal was flat. So it's like, it's good to have in the collection. Literally every comic I have is good to have in the collection, but it's not doing it for me. We'll see though, going forward, how there's all kinds of things that they're investing their time with to release, and I may kind of step away a little bit on that. There might be a few. I think I have some on pre-order, so I'm going to get them whether I like it or not. So, yeah, like I said, let me know, man. Like, if you have a different viewpoint, let me know. It could change my mind. But glad to have it on the positive side, right? Oh, man, here we go. The new Avengers. I'm totally digging this ride. It is fun. The Illuminati, clones of the Illuminati. And they seem to be like bros. To get into the review part of it, they've taken some of them out. And the main part of this issue is Imperious Rex. That is the clone of Namor. He can mind control him. He's powerful enough where he's controlling Namor. And most of this issue is Namor fighting with his teammates. And you do get into the whole issue where Namor, his pride is off the charts. And he's just like, kill me, man. I can't stand this. But ain't nobody doing that. He's strong enough to break the bands of, I always say it wrong, Sirak? If that's what that is. It's a containment spell, but he busts out. And you get a little hook here where we think that this guy's gone. They make you think that they kill him, I believe, in maybe issue 1. But Rebooticus, man, he's rebooting resuscitation protocols online. So, yeah, that going for the Illuminati. Namor confronts Imperious Rex, and he has grown from a tadpole into a kaiju. So you have more of that, Namor not digging being controlled like that. The team is just trying to get control. There's a few hooks in there. I'll keep reading it because I just like the evil Illuminati. And Carnage is developing a little bit here. I don't know, man. I'm not real big on the. It's played out. The whole Venomverse, Carnage. For me, my viewpoint, it's played out, and this is kind of interesting. They give you a little peek behind the curtain where inside his mind, Carnage is really creating conflict with Eddie Brock, where Carnage, the actual Carnage symbiote, wants to do what Cassidy always did, and you know what that is. Yeah, you have a good little battle with X-23 and Namor. Who would win? Put in the comments that. Who do you think would win in a straight-up fight between these two? No mind control, just straight up. That's something to think about. Yeah, Carnage actually infiltrates Imperious Rex, and they take him down. You know, nothing world-shattering, but still an entertainment ride. They are bringing a lot of humor. I wish the humor was toned down a little bit, where I kind of like this stuff, like with Carnage in there in the mind. Like, he's like, hey, like your new buddies, guess what I'm going to do to them? I kind of dig that. So that's a hook. Like I said, I'll keep reading it. Yeah, Black Widow and Bucky Barnes, man, they dig each other. I can do without that, really. But I'm not quite sure what that is. Looks like the Thing. So they're looking for Reed Richards. Yes, that is the biggest hook here. So a cloned evil Reed Richards is going to be a problem. I wonder meshing that or bringing those two, this Reed Richards and the Maker together, because they're both evil. I think that would be interesting. But yeah, you're left with this little cliffhanger. Looks like the Thing. That's the main objective in this book, is get to Reed Richards. That's a cool cover. Yeah, I'll keep buying it. As far as recommendation goes, if you know who the Illuminati is, this would be a good one, because it's like the anti-Illuminati is the focus. It's pretty cool. I'm not sure what their plans are, if it's ongoing. I don't think it's going to be ongoing. I don't know. Who knows? I'll do the research. Figure it out. Let me know if you're in that, if you're enjoying the ride. Captain America. Totally dig this series. Not just because it's a huge key with having the new Captain America, and Captain America kind of, you know, they're changing canon a little bit, where they revive him in like 2001, like right around 9/11. But I'm cool with that. Don't have a ton of Captain America comics, but this one's totally worth having. I know if you're a hardcore Captain America fan, you're going to have this. I mean, you just are. And plus, it's actually, the writing is great. There it is. Is it Zdarsky or Zdarsky? I got two pronunciations. But as far as the review goes, there's a lot of going back and forth to the new Captain America's time in Afghanistan. It's done very artfully well with the flashbacks to the way things were done. And it's important because it gives us that peek into the new Captain America psyche and possibly his decision making now. And so now where they're confronting Doom in his country, and this I don't know how far back in years, but this is in continuity. It's like 2000, early 2000s, I believe. And Doom is just being buddy and actually buttering him up. And outside, the teams are split up, and the new Captain America and who's with him are trying to save hostages that Doom has. And this is really good, where you see him having flashbacks. He may have PTSD from his time in, I believe, Afghanistan. And I mean, they walk into a disaster where the hostages have been taken out, and Doom is just totally lying to the original Cap about what's going on. And the new Captain America, I mean, they lose it. They take out the guys, and there's 2 hostages missing, and those are the primary hostages. I say primary, but it's like, I think one's like a senator and her daughter, I believe. I could be wrong. He mentions it later, but here you have more of the flashbacks. This was very artfully done by the writer, and that's why I think he has PTSD, because he keeps flashing back to a memory of his child where one of another soldier, you know, did that. And oh man, what expressiveness. Who's the artist, man? Valerio Schiti? I hope I'm saying that right, but look at the expression. You know, an artist that can bring that expression to the face that tells you the whole story, It's really fantastic. That's great art. Those guys work hard. The writers too, everyone, man, the inkers, the letterers, just everybody. So back to the review, you have Doom showing his people and showing, they're telling, oh yeah, we totally love it here, and but what would you expect him to say with Victor Von Doom standing there? So this is where you get, and he's showing them some of their history. And yeah, there's a lot of that. And Captain America, man, he ain't no punk. He's taking it in, but he's, I don't know, man. You got to remember he fought with Hitler, so he knows. So yeah, you have the American flag. Like there's a reason why that's there. It's creating I'll just say it's creating a false sense of safety amidst an evil character. So I believe the first Captain America, I think he's already communicated to Cap what has happened. Yeah, like right here, the new Captain America is like, hey man, he tells them what's up. They're gone, and the ambassador spouse and the kid are still alive. So yeah, it's some high profile people, but yeah, expression. And Doom knows, like, yeah, you're talking to your guys, and he loses it. Rogers gets him. Like, what a flip. You know what I mean? What a horrific just turn of events. And man, Cap can fight anybody. He doesn't care. Yeah, and Doom wants to break him and keep him alive and send him back. So yeah, he tells Colton, the new Captain America, like, hey, he knows everything. He's communicating that. So they're trying to communicate back and forth, but I think they get it. They get it there, and he's really, he's like, I'm a fool for falling for this. But Doom is a master manipulator. Too young or too old for this world. I know what he's talking about there, but he literally is at the mercy of Doom right now. And he left a Doom bot to just beat him down because they want to make an example of him. And yeah, man, Rogers ain't no punk, man. He gives him a stab. Yeah, and he's pretty angry. So he engages a self-destruct after Rogers gets the upper hand, and then you have the explosion, and you have more flashback. But just the expression in his face was just, that is a lot. So they were really duped by Von Doom, and we'll see what goes on. So this was like a flashback for the new Captain America Colton, where the guy that did that to that kid, man, he let him have it. And it's like flashing back and forth. So yeah, he has PTSD for sure. Yeah, it's a good series. Highly recommend it. I wouldn't even, if you're not into Captain America, I would still recommend it because this storytelling is very profound. Because I'm not a huge Captain America fan. Like I said, I have some of the stuff, but man, this ride right here, I'm on it. So if you're into great story writing and artwork that matches the tone, I would totally it's worth it. This would be an awesome trade paperback. There's some key stuff here. If you're into key issues, it's here, but I jumped on that a little bit. I had to have a cover A. I don't think I doubled up though. Usually I do, but yeah. Get your Captain America. This is turning out to be a very profound and deep look into the Captain America character and the new one, Colton. Like I said, he has scars just like Steve Rogers, and just Von Doom as evil. I haven't seen him that evil in a long time, but you know what? Some good stuff. And outro.